We're connecting with community experts. We're connecting with you. This is Connect by 3 News.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to 3 News Connect. I'm Monica Robbins along with Jay Crawford, and we want to keep you connected right now. So for the next 30 minutes, we're going to bring you the latest developments with the coronavirus. Hey, Jay, how you doing?
Good afternoon, Monica. How are you? Good to see you again. And as always, we begin with the top 3 headlines in the fight against the coronavirus. And for the 6th week in a row, the unemployment numbers are out, and they are staggering. In the last week, nationwide, nearly 3 million more workers were laid off and have now filed for unemployment benefits. All told, that brings the number to roughly 36 million people who have filed for jobless aid in the 2 months since the stay-at-home orders began. One sign of hope, the number of first-time applications has gone down for the 6th week in a row. In Ohio, more than 51,000 claims were filed last week, and over the last 8 weeks, that number is now more than 1.1 million Ohioans out of work. That's more than the last 3 years combined.
Well, it could be another big day of reopening announcements here in Ohio. We're expecting to learn more from Governor Mike DeWine about the reopening of some of your favorite summer activities, like going to city pools and campgrounds. We're also hoping to get information about daycares, casinos, and gyms. And we first told you yesterday some owners of gyms and fitness centers are going to court, targeting the state. Will Ewick talked to an owner who is not part of the lawsuit, but says his family is suffering as they wait for guidelines. But he's taking a proactive approach.
As shocking as 9/11 and as economically devastating as the recession of 2008. But I've never seen anything like this in my life.
Paul Porter has owned Fitness Plus in Middlefield since 1992. He, along with his wife Sophia, have always shared a passion for physical fitness, a passion that has served them well until March of this year.
It was hard to wrap my mind around the fact that you were actually going to close your business.
With the gym's doors being closed for days, which turned into weeks and now months, concerns began to grow for the parents of 5 kids.
Well, the children obviously know that we're closed, but we try to shield them from the financial aspect.
It's stressful. It's very stressful.
We don't talk about, worrying about paying the bills or putting food on the table. That's stress that they don't need.
With no guidelines yet for gyms, Paul and Sophia decided to take it upon themselves and get ahead of the game. They have a plan where everyone gets a disinfectant towel when they walk in. They've moved all the machines 6 to 8 feet apart, added disinfectant stations as well as signage all over the fitness center. And while they'll encourage everyone to come dressed and ready to work out, they do have a plan for the locker rooms. They've closed off some of the middle ones to maintain social distancing in here. Paul says that if the restrictions were lifted tomorrow, they have a plan to be open.
We're taking the guidelines from other industries, from other businesses, and we're applying them. We're ready to go today.
Meanwhile, 35 gyms and fitness centers have filed a lawsuit in the state of Ohio saying they've been unfairly criminalized without any process to determine if they're safe to open.
We're pretty happy that they filed a lawsuit, and we think it's going to speed things along for us.
Lawsuit or not, the Porters haven't lost hope and know they'll come out of this ordeal stronger than ever.
I am a fighter. I'm not going to get taken down this easily. So that's one thing I've tried to teach my kids too.
In Middlefield, Will Ewick.
You'll get speed bumps in life, and it's to show you how strong you are to get over them.
3 News.
A potential treatment for COVID-19 is coming to Ohio. The state received a limited amount of remdesivir from the federal government. University Hospitals was one of the sites that studied the drug as a treatment for the virus. The FDA gave it emergency use authorization earlier this month. The Ohio Department of Health says the state got 20 cases of the drug Tuesday, which is estimated for use on about 100 patients. Jay?
Monica, a local doctor, has been chosen to help lead the fight against the coronavirus and other illnesses in minority communities here in Ohio. The UH physician was handpicked by state leaders, and as Laura Queso tells us, she is ready to get to work.
This one's for those good girls. And
Bruno Mars' Uptown Funk. It's the song Dr. Lolita McDavid sings when she washes her hands for 20 seconds.
My little patients all know it.
Patients at Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital, where Dr. McDavid has worn her white coat for almost 3 decades. Her expertise led to her role as one of 4 doctors on the governor's minority health strike force.
What we hope to do is to see where the inequities are. We're very lucky. Cuyahoga County is not as affected as the rest of the state.
We've reported COVID-19 has taken a greater toll on African Americans than on other racial groups in America.
Cuyahoga County, while Blacks are 30% of the county population, they represent 20% of the deaths and 29% of the cases.
Dr. McDavid says where we live in Northeast Ohio is beneficial.
We have wonderful health facilities. People have access. We have community health centers, and those are federally sponsored. We have the VA hospital.
She says it's not the same for some rural areas in the state where access to care may be limited. Dr. McDavid hopes her experience can help find solutions to stopping the spread within minorities within other parts of the state.
So I'm hoping that we will have a roadmap that will help other counties in the state be able to do the kinds of things we're doing in Cuyahoga County. Hopefully, we will be the template for the country, as we have been in terms of how we flatten the curve.
Dr. McDavid tells me the group meets for several hours each week. She says it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. Laura Queso, 3 News.
Laura, thank you very much. Meanwhile, Columbus has potential to be the next hotspot for the coronavirus. That's according to a new report from the White House obtained by NBC News. The data presented to the coronavirus task force last week has the state capital on a list of locations to watch, along with 7 other U.S. cities. Remember, these are cities where COVID-19 numbers have been rising at a concerning rate, but are still not officially considered hotspots. Monica?
Well, there's another chance to get food from the Cleveland Food Bank if you are in need. Today, there will be a drive-through distribution starting at 2 p.m. at the Muni lot. Now, there are no walk-ups, so you are asked to pre-register on the food bank's website. The food bank served 20,000 more families in March and April than earlier in the year. And the American Red Cross and Cleveland Clinic teamed up for another blood drive at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse today. It's still going on. It goes until 3 o'clock. The Red Cross is asking for you to donate, but you do need to schedule an appointment on the Red Cross website. Now, if you can't get there today, they are having another one at Rocket Mortgage on May 28th. Still ahead, there have been a lot of questions about coronavirus and pets. Now, there's brand new research out there showing how cats react to it. What you need to know coming up.
It's the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Factory Liquidation Tent Sale this weekend only at Crusher Stadium.
News Connect. The pandemic has hit colleges, universities, and students extremely hard, and there's still uncertainty about how classes will be conducted come fall. Bowling Green State University has announced plans to get back to in-person learning. The plan involves strict social distancing, like rearranging food and seating in dining halls, as well as regularly cleaning and disinfecting lecture halls and classrooms. However, the university says they may stay with online learning if state officials request. The University of Akron is expected to cut some of its sports teams when budget cuts are announced later today. The university's president hinted at the cuts in a recent interview on WKSU. While we don't know which teams, Miller has said he wants the school to keep its Division I status, meaning they'd have to keep football, men's and women's basketball, as well as volleyball. And amid the uncertainty, administrators at one local college are making bold moves. Walsh University in North Canton is offering free housing to freshmen, tuition freezes, and they're adding more majors.
We're not sure if we're going to be residential or not. There's a lot that goes into that decision. We are positioning ourselves so that we can have a residential life experience following the guidelines the government's issued in order to keep the community safe.
Deadlines are quickly approaching, meaning most parents and students will have to decide on a college without knowing what lies ahead.
Well, I can hear the rain happening outside my window and a chance of thunderstorms tonight. Let's get the latest from Holly Strano.
Thank you. And we are tracking showers, thunderstorms, but also this beautiful warm up. And we've had plenty of dry weather already today. So as we go hour by hour on your National Design Mart forecast, by 2 o'clock this afternoon, we are seeing a few showers. You might be hearing a rumble of thunder. It looks like especially close to the lakeshore, and otherwise kind of quiet. It's this evening that we start to see this line of intense storms develop. This is the view at 5 o'clock, and we've got that strong storm line to our west, and by 6, 7, 8 o'clock tonight, it spreads eastward, and we continue to see pockets of heavy rain and those gusty winds, potentially even some hail through 9 o'clock tonight. So just be aware of that. And as we get into the overnight hours, we start to see just scattered showers, basically. Some of you even dry at times. Similar for your Friday. We're never talking complete washouts with these showers and storms at times. So this is 6 a.m. tomorrow, and we're around 60 degrees, so well above normal lows. We're going like one extreme to the other. And you'll notice that a lot of tomorrow morning is dry, just these shower chances showing up into the afternoon and evening again for your Friday. This is 5 o'clock tomorrow night. It's looking quite active at that point, with showers, thunderstorms likely, and then things fade and calm down. And it looks like as we get into your Saturday, we're going to have a day of completely dry weather from start to finish. So there's a lot to look forward to as far as getting outdoors, and today being no exception. 49 normal low. Most of you were 40s and even 50s this morning. 69 is the normal high. 74 is what we will hit today. It's not record territory. We'd have to be in the 90s for that, but it's certainly feeling good. So get those windows open and enjoy it. Highs in the mid 70s, as we've been talking about. Scattered showers, thunderstorms again. Let me just repeat, the best chance will be this evening for strong to severe storms. And on your Universal Windows Direct 7-day forecast, same kind of a deal for your Friday. Kind of scattered and passing shower chances early, with better chances for thunderstorms later. Saturday will be dry, more scattered storm chances on Sunday, and then 60s, at least we're still mild heading into next week.
All right, thanks, Holly. Well, throughout this pandemic, a lot of you have had questions about how it impacts our pets, and a new study took a closer look at the impact on cats. Researchers put 3 domestic cats who had the virus in close quarters with healthy cats for just a few days. The virus was detected in the healthy cats just days later. However, none of the cats showed any symptoms, including fever, weight loss, or eye infections. People who have the virus are still urged to maintain distance and keep their cats from going outside. While there is no evidence they can transmit the virus to people, more research is definitely needed. All right, still ahead when we reconnect, it is graduation day at Tri-C, and one of them is just 14 years old. how she managed to get a college degree before even finishing her freshman year of high school. Stay with us.
You experience
...2020, and right now we want to give a senior shout out to Michelle Kay. Michelle went to Copley High School where she played several sports and was class treasurer. She plans to attend the University of Cincinnati. Honor your senior. Just email us at wkyc.com/senior shoutouts. Jay?
Well, Monica, it is a sign of the times. College students around the country getting their diplomas this year virtually. Tonight, that's the reality for 2,500 Tri-C grads. It's Cuyahoga Community College's first ever online ceremony. Obviously, students are going to miss the real thing, so they'll have the opportunity to walk at the next graduation ceremony that is scheduled for December. And one of those Tri-C students who will graduate tonight has a very special story. Get this. She's receiving an associate's degree all before she's even completed her freshman year of high school. Dave Chudowski introduces us to her.
Well, I was a little nervous at first. I thought it would be kind of hard to start doing college courses.
It's hard to imagine beginning your college journey at just 11 years old. But for a now 14-year-old Amber Bennett, it all paid off. She'll graduate with an associate's degree from Tri-C today, all before finishing her freshman year of high school.
I'm just meeting you for the first time, and I'm saying, how the heck are you doing that?
That's usually the most asked question. How or what? Are you for real?
Amber is still a typical teenager. She loves the Cavs, and she loves to sing.
We could have had it all, rolling in the deep.
But her inspiring accomplishment is all thanks to hard work and Tri-C's College Credit Plus program.
Well, it's really a great program for students who are motivated. They can go ahead and use that as an opportunity to complete their college credit and earn those high school credits at the same time.
Matt Castle is Amber's counselor. He says he saw her potential right away.
The enthusiasm was, really, really fun to watch, and then to kind of see the, where the rubber hits the road, when she took off, that the motivation was just incredible and really impressive.
Castle was already familiar with the Bennett family. He was older sister Angel's counselor too. She graduated 2 years ago at age 16. Younger sister Anita is next. ready to start her college journey at age 11.
It's really, really fun to watch them excel, and it's really fun to watch how they pull together and how they cheer for each other and support each other and one another.
The Bennett sisters credit that family support for helping them reach their goals.
My mother, oh my goodness, she's been such a big help. She is very, very, very proud. She loves education. She actually graduated from Tri-State a couple times as well. My dad, he helps me. He drives me to and from school sometimes. He does a lot. And my uncle, too, he inspired me to go into psychology.
That's right. Another degree is in the works.
If all goes well, I should graduate with my bachelor's degree, possibly before high school in 2020.
An incredible dream that Amber says is within anyone's reach.
I would say no matter how big your dream is or how difficult it seems, go for it and don't let anything stop you, because you never know what can happen.
Wow. Amber, congratulations to you. Really, congratulations to the entire family. I'm sure they must be incredibly proud. And I don't know about you, Monica, but after watching that, I kind of feel like a slacker.
Totally. I can't even imagine. Like, I wasn't even thinking about school when I was at 14. So, wow, she's amazing. She'll have her doctorate by the time she's 19, probably. So, good for her. What a great family. Absolutely. All right, still to come, social distancing. It's giving new life to a proposal to close roads and create entertainment districts. What it could look like, coming up.
Here are 3 coronavirus headlines topping the news this noon. What will going back to school look like in the fall? It's a very good question. The State Board of Education offers some clues. And as the virus leads to a jump in the cost of groceries, Tyson announced it's cutting some prices. Plus, being home means we're snacking a whole lot more. We have healthy and easy snacks you can make with things you probably already have in your pantry. These headlines and more are up now at WKYC.com. Today, African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton will finally reopen its doors for the 2020 season. You may remember the popular drive-through attraction has been closed since a barn fire that happened back in November. It killed several animals. The park was ready to reopen earlier this month, but had to wait on approval from the state and Ottawa County because of coronavirus. The drive-through safari opens at 10 a.m. and the last vehicle in will be allowed at 4 p.m. Also, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is looking to reopen in June. Rock Hall CEO Greg Harris told USA Today they want to open as soon as June 15th. He says visitors will have to wear a mask and will be scanned to check their temperature upon entering. All tickets will be purchased virtually, and everyone will have to register for a time slot to visit. Monica?
Well, did you go to one of the parks? Because local parks are seeing a huge increase in visitors. Google has been looking at movement habits during COVID lockdowns, and right here in Ohio, park visitors are up 113% with a huge spike in Cuyahoga County. The Cleveland Metro Parks are seeing record-breaking attendance. At the beginning of May, visitation was up 134%. Yep, I was one of them. And restaurants, of course, can reopen for outdoor dining tomorrow. The problem? Finding enough space to serve everyone's safety. So while social distancing, this dilemma has given it new life to an idea that's been floating around Cleveland for many years, but would involve closing some streets to traffic. Mark Namick explains.
Imagine turning this busy road into a pedestrian-friendly entertainment district by temporarily closing it to traffic on an evening or a weekend. It's not a new idea. Ohio City visionaries have been pushing the concept for almost 10 years as the neighborhood began to blossom. But the idea never took hold. Now, it's getting renewed interest from business owners and city leaders. They think it could help restaurants get through the pandemic by giving them more space to spread out customers to meet social distancing rules.
So we have got to think quickly and be innovative about how we support our small businesses, especially our restaurants. And that is where we're really pushing this idea.
Ohio City Councilman Kerry McCormick says the idea would work across the city, from Larchmere to Cam's Corner.
Designate certain zones, work with the state to get the liquor issues figured out, and yeah, have it kind of as a temporary pilot project, again, to support these small businesses in the short term so that they can open their doors, but have enough customers to pay the bills safely.
Helping to rally leaders, Ohio City business owner Sam McNulty, who told 3 News naysayers should look at New York City's Broadway Avenue, once among the busiest streets in the world that now limits traffic. Mayor Frank Jackson's administration says it's considering the proposal, which came up in a council committee hearing this week.
It is an issue that is being looked at. It's not an easy snap of the finger thing, but
McCormick says there's little time to waste.
These are not mega corporations. These are our great mom and pop businesses that need our support.
Cleveland businesses are not alone in trying to come up with creative ways to reopen during a pandemic, and city leaders are going to be watching what other cities do. Reporting from Ohio City, Mark Namick, 3 News.
Definitely something to consider these days, Jay.
No question. And Monica, quickly before we go, breaking at this hour, Republican Senator from North Carolina, Richard Burr, is stepping down as the chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee. This as he's being investigated for cashing in more than $1.6 million of his stock portfolio before the stock market crashed. That's going to do it for 3 News Connect. We're back tomorrow at noon. I hope you join us then. We'll see you at 5 with Betsy Kling for What's New. Monica, everybody at home, have a great Thursday.